Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Set42 here, and today I am back with another college football prediction video. And today, this is actually not a top 25 college football game that we are already going to be talking about into the offseason. Now, I know it's already been, a week after a horrible disaster of a college football national championship game when Georgia blew out TCU on a 65-7 game. That was atrocious. I stopped watching it after the first quarter. It was just awful to even watch. But anyways, that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to be talking about this rivalry is back. I think they played like 2 years ago or something like that with Colorado versus Nebraska when both teams used to play in the same conference before both teams split. Colorado is now with the Pac-12, and of course, as you guys know, Nebraska is with the Big Ten. And also, you guys know that Scott Frost got fired after they lost to Georgia Southern in overtime. I know a lot of Nebraska fans were very furious about that game, which was crazy. I mean, I had so much expectations for Scott Frost. I honestly thought he was going to be a good coach for Nebraska, but I guess that didn't go well, and it never worked out from transitioning from UCF to Nebraska. And he went to Nebraska, and that's why they hired him. So Colorado, they fired their head coach as well, and they hired an interesting coach as also, and that will be on the next slide. Last season, in this rivalry game will be played on September 9th of 2023. Time is to be determined. They don't really give it times after, I guess, like when the season actually starts. So last season, Colorado, and also I made these slides, and some of the slides may not be accurate, so please comment down below what you guys think about this. So last season, Colorado went 11-1, or 1-11. My bad, I'm an idiot. 1-11 and 1-8 in the conference play. They were horrible last year. They fired their head coach as well, and of course Nebraska, they went 4-8 and 3-6 in conference play, and then Scott Frost got fired after like the third game. All right, next slide. All right, so new coaches. We got primetime Deion Sanders, who's the new head coach from Jackson State. Not a lot of people thought that he was actually going to be a good coach in the FCS, and a lot of people did not like him as a head coach in general, and people wanted him for at Florida State, and then it's just that whole debacle. But at his time, 3 years with Jackson State, he went 27-6, and I think they went all undefeated until at the end of the game when they lost to NCCU in the Holiday Bowl. 27-6, pretty incredible stat in my opinion for a guy who revived Jackson State, who they weren't that great for a long period of time, and he pretty much made HBCU known, and so it's pretty cool for Deion Sanders. A lot of people didn't like Deion Sanders the way he portrays himself, but he's a great coach. Matt Rule. Man, oh man, a good old Matt Rule. I'm a Panthers fan, and honestly, I thought that he was going to be a good head coach in the NFL. Just the way he does his press conferences, and he doesn't take any accountability. But in the NFL, and I guess just the quarterback issues and just him picking horrible quarterbacks made me so furious as a Panthers fan. But he is a great college football coach, and I think a lot of people saw that and made sense for him to go back to college. And so he is with Nebraska. He is a program builder. He built Temple from the ruins. He definitely built Baylor from their horrible situations with the previous head coach and all their allegations and all that. But he is a great college coach. So that is which I have somewhat respect for him, even though he destroyed my franchise or my team in the NFL. All right, so the location will be Folsom Field. Like I said earlier, time is to be determined, and so we don't know what the time is, but man, that is a great view in my opinion. It's funny, I've actually been there. It's really cool. It's a really great experience just to look around and go to Boulder. It's really cool, especially I love mountains too. But yeah, all right, so as you guys know from my college football prediction videos, I like to go through the a match predictor, the team stats, and then the player stats, and then team stats, and then give my prediction afterwards. So as for now, these are the starting quarterbacks, which is for Nebraska. We got Casey Thompson. I believe he is returning for this upcoming season. Last year they didn't really do so well, as you guys know, 4-8. But I think Casey Thompson is a good quarterback. He did transfer from Texas. He went 2,407 yards for passing, 17 passing touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. Like I said, I still think he's a good quarterback. I think he needs somebody that knows how to utilize him. All right. So I think it's Shader. If I pronounce that name wrong, I'm sorry. He is Deion Sanders' son. He went off in the FCS, and I think that he's already a Heisman candidate just because he had threw almost 4,000 passing yards, 40 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions for FCS is pretty incredible in my opinion. But he did go 3,732 passing yards. So that dude is a straight up baller as well. All right, so. Players, running backs. For now, I think that Deion Smith is going to be the running back for this upcoming season with 83 attempts, 393 yards, and of course 2 touchdowns. And I believe Anthony Grant for Nebraska is back with the team also. Where he had 218 attempts, 915 rushing yards, and 6 touchdowns. All right, so I believe that Nebraska had a wide receiver, Ariel something. Their leading receiver for Nebraska declared for the NFL draft. So I think for now, Marcus Washington is going to be their leading receiver going into this year. He had 31 receptions, 471 receiving yards, and 1 touchdown. Jordan Tyson, he got injured after like the 5th game, but he was like, I guess, their leading receiver until he got injured. And I think he's going to be back with the team as well. So he had 22 receptions, 470 receiving yards, and 4 touchdowns as well. All right, so I usually do like the defensive stats with like basically the team stats. So it's kind of hard to do defense because there's so many guys that play on defense compared to offense, in my opinion, that are starters. So on offense for team stats, Nebraska will average about 22 points per game, which is ranked 102nd. I don't really know if that's an accurate stat, but that's the team. And on defense, they weren't all that great, but they weren't that good. They weren't bad, but they weren't that good. But anyway, so 27, which is, that's not good, which is 79th in the league for college football. And of course, Colorado offense, average 15 points, 0.4. Wow, that was bad. And 127th, which is basically dead last. And of course, defense, which is allowed 44 points per game, which basically ranked dead last. All right, so as a further ado, my prediction for this game is going to be Colorado. Now, I know people are going to say, well, you're biased because Matt Rule is your head coach for Panthers, but I think with all the transfers coming in and Deion Sanders with a really good quarterback, in my opinion, I think that they're going to win at home, and I think this is going to be a very emotional game for them. And, of course, for Nebraska, because this is a huge, huge game because both teams are rivals. And I still think that with a home field crowd, and I think it's going to be like a late-night game, I think that the advantage would be Colorado. So I'm going to put this by 3 points is my spread. So if you have a comment down below, please let me know on why you think Nebraska should win or why Colorado should win. If you're a Colorado fan, please, I would like you guys to interact with each other. Comment down below what you guys think. If I missed anything, please just comment down below. If you guys like this type of slideshow, please let me know. I'll do more of them, and I appreciate the comments and also the feedback as well. All right, guys, Seth42 here. Y'all have a great day, and see you guys later. Peace out.